Yeah, yeah.
So you speak glad when a man who facing recession, him give up, he girl will blind. I just speak glad. That is what they do in this industry. So you not come and tell you that.
Yeah, that's how we down. She plays a lot of every Saturday.
Take it time.
Yeah. And I move too. Yeah.
Yeah, and boom, that is a big play. And for since emancipation, he was like, David, I wonder if somebody will give him a walk out. The guy where he do the song. For emancipation, you know.
Yeah, to see.
And Mandela didn't know there and he make up the song. I see where we go see. To me, you know.
Because I know some night he had performed in Lupido. Yeah, he had to perform in Lupido some time ago. That's great.
Need to change. The malaria gonna remain the same. Rasta don't need no guns and gangs. So fight the right revolution.
King David.
Oi.
Rasta don't need no guns.
Man.
They don't need no knives. What they need?
We need God. We need Bible. We need whatever your faith is. The good thing in it, that is what you need. Anytime you're resorting to the negative part, the part where your God say it's for serious emergency periods, then time you reach it. The spiritual war is where God talking about, not physical with your next human brother.
Just last week I was having a discussion with Ray and Slip Charles. We were having a discussion in the lunchroom. And it's something actually I wanted to do. I didn't even tell Shane, I'm actually going to say it now. To make a call, you know, just to ask, you're asking the person who is in a life of crime. I just want to have that discussion live on radio because you don't need to tell me your name, you don't need to tell me where you're living. I just want to have that discussion with you and ask you what was the cause for you to be living that life of crime?
That's a brilliant idea.
Just want to hear from you. And, you know, just to find out from that person, and maybe, you know, just to find out if they still have a love somewhere in their heart. Somewhere in your heart, you're bound to have love maybe for your daughter,
your mother, your sister,
somebody.
Yeah, they have it. But
to cause you now to go in a different direction. And I'm putting us in a moment pause reason.
Sometimes, I'm going to tell you something. You see, that will start a discussion. They always want us to charge a man, imprison a man, but you need to find out why. Then you'll be able to stop what it is he's doing. And we don't ask why. We just sentence and forget. And they come and do it again and again. Half these people we see on the TV shows will be arrested and wanted. You know the day they get locked up, by next week they back up. So it's just a cycle. So
just get you in there, out, but there's no follow-up.
What you recommend is the key. Find out why. And then they love people, you know. But you get to people, youngsters.
Wait. Sorry. Good. Thank you. You see, you know. Oh my God, yeah.
Let me talk here again and I get catch. Because you see where you're clapping me, I listen to it.
You did?
I get catch. So I'm sorry, I apologize.
But I you know, there are people too, and regardless of what people may say, they need love.
Yeah.
And just like how we would be in a relationship and we need that love and affection and that attention, they need that too. So when people scorn them and say things about them and you want to go there and don't, you know, that's when you see people react. So as I said, you know, that was a discussion, and I still feel that, you know, maybe one day I can go, because I know we had people who would call us from time to time, and then they would tell us, well, I don't want to say where I'm calling from, but we're on the block. You understand? So I understand already where you are, but you don't want to call it in. But somewhere in your heart, you found love, and I know you can love again. So if you're living a life of crime, and you could probably find it in your heart somewhere along the line, forgive and forget about the crime. You're looking to commit that crime. So listen, just like King David and you are talking about it, there is life.
You know, we have inspired them to heal our next problem. Let's be real. Idea on the battlefield. All ghettos is mine. I shouldn't say ghetto again, but all the goods is mine. I've been around. And here was why I observe. Revenge is fueling the universe. Revenge. You see, if you could teach a man, alright, your brother died, they killed your brethren, you killed somebody who innocent on the block, who thing. See, if you could teach a man to swallow that and see beyond his death and see a future beyond that, a peaceful solution. If you paint that picture for him, I guarantee you will
King
take it.
David, that
But
could only
nobody's
start.
not paying to them.
Yeah, but that could only start with me and you.
It's real hard.
I cannot expect your brother, my brother Shane, to do it. It must start with me. If I, within my home, and I know, hey, something happening, and I pick up and I say, here, listen, I'm going to forgive my neighbor, forgive that person, fine. But if it is I'm telling Shane, but I'm not doing it, it makes no sense. I'm mixing the wrong medication.
If Shane come with a problem and you telling Shane, boy, you taking that?
Yeah.
It's chain up, you know.
Yeah.
We have to have a sense of responsibility and maturity, as we say in Trinidad. Big man thing over there. It's ridiculous. I have no matters before the court, and I'm proud of that. How many of my brethren can see that? How many of my sisters in a relationship with the person who is the father of their child? This is a social issue. It's just breaking down.
And there's so much, and we could go on and on and on, but as I mentioned, there's something I always wanted to discuss and just to find out into the mind. I know I had a discussion already with somebody. The person is deceased now, but I asked them, I said, how do you sleep at night? I said, well, I always had respect. He had always had respect for me, and he said, and people actually wondered how come I gave him a lift in my vehicle, because, you're living that life, and you're having that person in your vehicle. And it was just frightening. It was just a frightening experience. At the time, the person in your vehicle, he's always looking left, right, center. And, I'm asking him a question. I said, how do you sleep? He said, I don't. But King David is always
a pleasure.
Having you inside here. I mean, yourself and a couple others. What is going on with Thomas? I said, King David, Royal. I haven't heard from
Royal. Everybody maintaining a Facebook presence, a social media presence.
Yeah, definitely.
He's top online, but David. Yeah, Royal. That's his name, David is his name also.
Give them your Facebook name for those of you,